gem from Mickey about to drop a gem. 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 Here comes a gem. Here comes a gem. Here comes a gem from Mickey about to drop a gem. Mickey about to drop a gem. Mickey about to drop a gem. Okay, now listen up.
What's up, guys? It's Mickey, and welcome back to another episode of Blank Canvas. I hope you guys are doing well. And if you're not, I hope that you are doing as best as you can to the best of your ability. And for the ones who are holding on by a thin string that can break at any moment, I'm right there with you. But for the ones that are doing so much better than the rest of us, I love that for you guys, and I'm happy for you guys. And hold on to that for as long as you can, because life is always coming to try to snatch that feeling away from you. Okay? So if you are happy, be present in the happiness, because you never know when stuff will be snatched up under you from out of nowhere. Okay? So this is our first episode. Is it our first episode of the new year? Yeah, I think I'm recording this on New Year's. So when this goes out, this will be our first episode of the new year. And I almost, if I'm being fully transparent, I almost didn't give an episode because what do I talk about? My mind is so all over the place that I just didn't know what kind of content to give you guys, and I didn't want to emotionally dump, didn't want to say too much, did not want to say enough. I want to give a very useful, helpful, impactful message, even if it's short, sweet, and to the point. I wanted you guys to have something worth listening to and not listening to me spiral. I'm going to spiral all on my own. I don't need any help with that. I'm going to spiral all on my own and tell God all about it. But I do want to try to give some kind of message to help people who ended the year in a way they never thought they'd end it, and who feel like they are beginning it completely alone, like I am. So here we go. This is Psalm 77, and this was not written by David. It was written by I don't know how you say his name. Asaph? I was going to say somebody's name, but come on. How many names in the Bible aren't weird? Hell, I can't talk. So here we go. Y'all ready? And it starts right here. I cry out to God without holding back. Oh, that God would listen to me. When I was in deep trouble, I searched for the Lord. All night long, I pray with hands lifted towards heaven, pleading. There can be no joy for me until He acts. I think of God and I moan. Jesus. Overwhelmed with longing for His help. You don't let me sleep. I am too distressed even to pray. I think of the good old days long since ended, when my nights were filled with joyful songs. I search my soul and think about the difference now. Has the Lord rejected me forever? Will He never again show me favor? Is His unfailing love gone forever? Have His promises permanently failed? Has God forgotten to be kind? Has He slammed the door on His compassion? And I said, this is my fate, that the blessings of the Most High have changed to hatred. That's what it feels like, Lord. That was my ad-lib, sorry. I recall all you have done, O Lord. I remember your wonderful deeds of long ago. They are constantly in my thoughts. I cannot stop thinking about them. O God, your ways are holy. Is there any God as mighty as you? You are the God of miracles and wonders. You demonstrate your awesome power among the nations. You have redeemed your people by your strength, the descendants of Jacob and Joseph by your might. When the Red Sea saw you, O God, its waters looked and trembled, the sea quaked to its very depths. The clouds poured down their rain, the thunder rolled and crackled in the sky. Your arrows of lightning flashed. Your thunder roared from the whirlwind. The lightning lit up the world. The earth trembled and shook. Your road led through the sea, your pathway through the mighty waters, a pathway no one knew was there. You led your people along that road like a flock of sheep, with Moses and Aaron as their shepherds. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the whole Psalm 77. And the reason that I chose that is because I remembered this clip from Tim Ross, and he was talking to this girl about a specific situation, and she was basically describing how she knows that God is good, right? And she knows that he's great, and he has been there, and he has provided. However, she still has some other desires and some other things in her life that she wants. And what I love about Tim Ross is that he said two things can be true at once, right? God is good and he's great. And these aren't his exact words, I'm paraphrasing. But basically he was letting the girl know that God is good and he's great. Yes, true. And if he never does anything else, it should be enough. True. And, not but, and, because two things can be true at once. And you still desire whatever it personally is for you, and you still desire more. And I think we've all been there. Because a lot of times in church, they'll try to tell you to, as they say, throw Jesus glitter on it. Your pain, your heart is broken, right? You'll be okay. God's got you. Duh. When is he not at me? But do those words soothe my heart? No. Do they make the pain stop? No. Do they make the tears stop flowing? No. Do they help you not be a shell of yourself in this moment? No. But is it true? Yes. Because God is always good, and God will never leave us. And like the psalm reminded us, his ways are holy. His ways are above our ways. He is also sovereign. He stands outside of time, so he can see the past, the present, and the future. And way past the future of what we can probably even wrap our head around. He already know. Jesus, he already knows what's to come. And the part that I hate about being human is, because I am such a future forward thinker, not having a heads up, wondering were there signs that I missed, thinking that everything that I felt and I thought that was real is actually a lie, wondering how long my whole entire world has been a facade. At least that's what it feels like. And as I cry out to God and I pray, do I acknowledge all the ways that he has kept me and the way he is keeping me even in this moment? Absolutely. But am I angry? Absolutely. Anger is a secondary emotion, they say. So what it really is I'm hurt. But this too shall pass. This too shall pass. God is a mysterious God, you know? I don't understand his ways, and I don't know if I ever will. And I may not always agree with his timing or his reasoning, but he knows best. And so I can say, I hate this, and he knows best. I can say I feel betrayed, abandoned, and alone. I'm alone. I am all alone. Safe places are no longer what was normal, has been snatched from under me. I'm standing on the ground, but it feels like everything is crumbling up under me. I feel like Meredith Grey in her drowning episode where she is fighting and fighting and fighting. And she can swim, but she's exhausted from fighting everything else. And she just gives up. That's what I feel like, Not, let me be more specific, not on a suicidal tip, because I think that's what they also miss. Like, it could be easy to look at Meredith Grey and think that she was on, like, a suicidal tip, right? That could be argued, but I think of that episode so much deeper. Derek was right. She could swim. She had been swimming and she had been going and she had been dealing with, you got to watch Grace, okay? So if you know Meredith has had a shitty hand dealt to her, especially in the beginning seasons. I'm not caught up on the current new cast, but especially in the OG days, she had some shitty hands dealt to her. And she loved hard, and that love blindsided her. And there was ups and downs with even that love, but she held her head up high and she still went to work and she still showed up as a sister, as a friend, as everything. And I just think in that moment, she just needed to release and she needed to surrender. And she needed everyone around her to not only pick up themselves, but somebody needed to carry her, like the literal representation of Derek carrying Meredith out of the water. However, if I'm not mistaken, they went on a little pause after that because Derek's mind was, you know how to swim, you didn't try, and blah, 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 blah. Derek gets on my nerves. I don't know if I've ever said that before, but fits me all day, every day. Fuck a Derek Shepherd. Fits me. And Fitz was nowhere near perfect, but the way he loved Olivia, Jesus, if only we could all be loved and valued that way. It was unmatched. And it's possible. It's just, unfortunately, I've seen too many times how it could be one-sided. What I want to leave you guys with, because I need to go finish talking to God and start practicing being fully alone again and not having anyone and feeling completely abandoned and alone. I need to go talk to him about that and figure that out. This isn't for my people whose lives are clicking right now. This is for the people who are listening and they're like, I got to get up and I got to keep the routine going. Maybe I'm a parent. Maybe I'm a person, right? Maybe I have pets. Maybe I have children. Maybe I just have me. And all of us are in a place, when I say all, the ones, who feel like me right now, we are in a place where we are begging God to take this cup away and he will not. And I begged God to take the cup away before it even got to here. But everything happens in the season that it's supposed to. And so as I beg God to take this cup away, realistically, I know that he won't. That ain't what he does. He just gives you the strength to move forward. Realistically, I've already did my debates on what was the point of serving you and doing everything if it feels like it costs me everything in the end. All questions that are valid and you are allowed to answer. Why me, God? Why me? And then God will probably answer you with something like, why not you? Take this cup, Lord. And he'll still say, my strength is enough. My love is enough. This too shall pass. And so, for those of you that are in this place and that feel like your world has been rocked and you feel 1,000, 1,000,000,000% alone, there's an adjustment, and you're going to have to relearn how to navigate this world alone again. And I know that you can and you will, right? And hopefully, I'm saying hopefully because I have no idea, guys. Hopefully it doesn't feel like death for this long. Sometimes dying to a season or a thing isn't necessarily the bad thing, because sometimes you come out on the other side better. And I don't know what's on the other side of this. And I'm usually don't know what's on the other side, but I'm like, okay, it'll be okay, right? And for the first time in my life, I don't know what's on the other side, and it doesn't feel like it's going to be okay. It doesn't feel that way. But I'm not God, and I can't see what's coming next. All I can do is beg him over and over and over to take this cup away and to help me. Just for him to softly whisper, it's okay. I got you, and he has to have me because I am officially all alone. And yeah, that's all I'll say. The rest is definitely for God's ears. So for those who needed to hear it, remember that two things could be true at once. God can be good and God can be great and God can love us and keep us, and life can feel crappy and life can be lifing and heartbreak can feel like it's going to take you out and anger can exist with God too. That's why I read that psalm. He said something. Oh goodness, it was so good. I gotta find it. I search my soul and think about the difference now. Has the Lord rejected me forever? Will he never again show me favor? Is his unfailing love gone forever? Have his promises permanently failed? Has God forgotten to be kind? Has he slammed the door on his compassion? And that's what it feels like. Even though I know part of this is his love for me, that's what it feels like. I feel like I did all the right things. I feel like I played by all the rules that I was supposed to play by. And in the end, in every single area of my life, I am the one with the crappy end of the stick. I am the one left alone. And this is so much past romantic. I mean, even seasons that God has called me to serve, I feel like I'm watching everyone else be better and healed and rebuild. And I am a shell of myself. And so, like I said, I wasn't going to give an episode. But I did pray before this episode and ask if there was anything that God wanted to get to his people, if there was anything that could help anybody, then let those words come out. And this is the best I got before a cry comes. So I love you guys. I don't know if we'll be talking next time. And just take it one day at a time. And I hope you guys have a happy new year. Okay? Bye.
We gon' talk about something on the mental, on the mind, weighing heavy. Society with the levies, kinda deadly. Silent killer, hard to daddy. Most killers had no daddy. Sadly, that's just what it be in my community. We got no unity. Dark skin wanna ruin me. I'm speaking fluently. So just listen. Blank canvas, blank canvas, blank canvas.